What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let It Be Known. I'm Darren Randall. We back with Lamar. And first of all, let's break. How you doing, Lamar? First of all, let's get that shit started.
So I'm doing good, man. Just doing good on a Monday. Usually Mondays are kind of lame, but today is a good Monday. I believe it's some basketball on right now, and then we just doing our thing with the sports stuff podcast. We got a lot of NFL draft news and free agency, so it's a good day.
What's the
What
biggest
about
college
you?
upset? What's the biggest college upset right now? You feeling?
Most definitely so far, it definitely had to be the it's a team called Fairleigh, if I'm not mistaken. They call it Fairleigh Dickinson University. They was ranked number 16 in the bracket, and they beat number one seed. They beat Purdue, which was shocking. I didn't really follow Purdue that much. I didn't really know too much about their team. I just know they had the number one seed for a reason, and they were supposed to be this strong team, and they lost in like the first round. So that was pretty crazy.
So what's up? What's up in Kentucky? I seen that Kentucky lost, and they kept on calling that little bro. They kept on calling him little man. Who the fuck? Who is it, bro? Do you know what that is? I was over there watching. I was like, damn, bro, is balling. He was over there looking like magic. He was throwing no looks, hitting threes. He had like what, like a 30-foot ass three from hella deep. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Purdue.
You know what I'm talking about? Nah, that was not for Duke. I
I
was
know that for
against
Kentucky.
no Kentucky and no for Duke. That wasn't against Duke. That was
Oh,
against that was the Wildcats.
okay, I don't think I got to see that game.
But
It was
anyways,
hella
what's
games.
up?
It was hella games on this weekend.
I ain't really been keeping up with college basketball as much as you would. I'm more focused on the NBA right now. The Lakers is looking good, but right now
It look all
Embiid's
right.
over here taking Embiid's looking like he's taking favor for MVP. Nikola Jokic is always still in the mix, but I want to bring in. We're gonna bring in guest today. Usually we haven't brought in a guest probably like a good ass month, probably since the last time we brought in somebody. But
Yeah,
what's good
couple
with you,
weeks.
Eric?
What's going on?
So Eric, he
Better
repping the
that over
Raiders pretty
here.
hard.
Oh yeah, Raider
Man,
game.
I'm getting that ink coming too.
So first off, actually, Eric, because I thought we was about to be speaking with a Patriots fan, so I actually had a couple questions, but this actually works perfect because I've been trying to get a Raiders fan on for the last couple of days, and my Raiders fan's been flaking. So that's actually perfect that you came on because this shit
Oh
just popped in
yeah,
my mind. I seen that big ass Raider logo, and somebody else the other day just had a hat just like that. Actually, he just put on the hat for the first time, and it was Jimmy Garoppolo, and he just joined the Raiders, and he just signed on a
oh
what
yeah,
like a
he
3 year.
extra.
What was it? 3 year what? How much? How many mil? 60 mil?
Yeah, I think he got like
Uh,
30 guaranteed.
Okay, so
yeah.
yeah, so now he's a Las Vegas Raider. He's just coming from my team being in the San Francisco 49ers. And I've been through the struggles, I've been through the ups, I've been through the downs, I've been through the heartbreaks, I've been through the lost Super Bowls. I ain't seen it all. And I'm pretty sure y'all been through it a little bit too, because Derek Carr, he had his inconsistencies as well. But I feel like Jimmy G just gives you a little bit more of an inconsistency when it comes to being able to play the game of football. But how are you feeling now that Jimmy Garoppolo is your quarterback? How are you feeling going into the season? Are you feeling confident that Jimmy Garoppolo could lead that team to a Super Bowl, even though y'all just lost Darren Waller? And I felt like that was a great piece to have at tight end.
Man, I feel like any quarterback can get it done. You just gotta have the right coach to know how to put the right playmakers together. You know what I mean? So hopefully they doing something. He not garbage, so shoot, we'll see what he gonna do with him. And then
So
the
No,
Waller
I
situation, I feel like that was dumb right there. Like he was a playmaker. Like how you let a playmaker go that could really produce something for the team. Like
right,
no,
but you
no, yeah. I was talking to one of my homies who's a Patriots fan, but he is perfect because Josh McDaniels came from the Patriots organization. So basically, what my homie was saying that he Josh McDaniels is basically really implementing his style, his way, and you can already see that when he released Waller, he got rid of Derek Carr. He want to kind of implement the Patriot way in a sense. I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure he's bringing in the guys that he wants to fit his system, and I'm pretty sure Darren Waller can fit any system, but this is the money's issue too. So I'm pretty sure Josh McDaniels has been under Belichick. He see how Belichick has always been the type of coach that don't really get big time free agents, and they don't even draft like big time players like that. So you can kind of tell this is kind of like just what Josh McDaniels is about to do as well.
so and you said that when you started off, you said you feel like it's more about the coaching than the player, but it's still the same coach, and you just lost a better. Are you? I feel like you decreased that quarterback. So
Man, I've been
No,
saying,
not
man, I've
nec-
been
not
saying
necessarily.
Carr needs to be out of there. I've been saying Carr is the
oh,
problem. You feel me?
Carter problem
Like
over Jimmy.
he be looking too stressed when he be under the center. Like you got to be relaxed at quarterback. He had too much pressure on his shoulders. I don't know. He was a good quarterback, but he just had like I don't know if you've seen his eyes before every game. His eyes was just like stressed. Like he had to do something today. Like it was bad.
No, it's
Like,
crazy. It's crazy you say that because I honestly feel that. I honestly feel that if you think about it, the Raiders didn't really have no pieces, especially when Henry Ruggs went out. And I was even telling Darren for the longest, like that's what the Raiders been missing is like it's okay, it's cool that you got Adams, but y'all, Adams is he's a fast receiver, but Henry Ruggs is really that game breaker. Like he really would take like 2-3 guys with him. You feel me? So and like I feel that when Derek Carr, you say he's stressed because like his offensive line ain't been that great. They've been decent, but not when they play those really good defenses. Derek Carr gonna get that pressure. And then also too, like the Oregon, like I said, like they haven't really been putting that many pieces around them like that. Darren Waller, he ain't really been that healthy the past like year or two. So, you know. But that's funny. That's interesting that you said that you said that you been saying Derek Carr should have been out of there. I thought Derek Carr, I thought he wasn't. I didn't think he was the issue, but
Yeah, he wasn't that elite yet to carry the team with what he had. He not Tom Brady.
yeah. But like I was telling, like my bad. Like I was telling Darren, like Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garoppolo is a perfect match as of right now.
You said, yeah, that I don't know. I wouldn't say that. You have the only proof that you keep saying that, but the only proof that you had was when he was a backup. Besides that, we have no proof that he's gonna work good together with McDaniels. You seen with Derek Carr, he had a fresh new squad. He had Devontae Adams, he had Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller wasn't able to do shit. So I don't know. I just need a little bit more evidence to think that Jimmy Garoppolo is about to have a great connection with Mike McDaniels.
If we go and get Ezekiel Elliott, then he just putting pieces. He's just trying to get pieces that's all right. Because Ezekiel Elliott, he not gonna be the person to come and break us open, like try to make us good. You know what I mean? We need a whole lot more pieces, bro.
But even Ezekiel Elliott, he wouldn't even be a feature back though. He'd probably get like 10 carries. I mean, I don't even think he would split carries with Josh Jacobs. I feel like Josh Jacobs is really kind of like more so in an earn it type of year a little bit. Even though he did earn it. Huh?
We didn't re-sign Jacobs, I heard.
Yeah, but he got franchise tag. So he for sure gonna play this year.
With who? With the Raiders?
Yeah.
Raiders and franchise tagging him instead of letting him go. But
when? Like recently?
This was like
this was like right when I mean, it was pretty recent, like 3 weeks ago. But this was like right when the franchise tag, like they was able to. Like he was one of the first ones to get tagged.
I was heard they let him go.
Nah, they in the franchise tag. I would have. I don't think the Raiders want to let fucking Josh Jacobs go.
Yeah,
that would have hurt. Especially after that season.
Especially after giving up Carr, they want to give up Carr and Jacobs.
But let's.
I think that. All right, go ahead. Yeah, we can dive into that. Hell yeah.
I know you want to talk about your squad a little bit because y'all
a lot. I want to talk about a lot. I'm just saying.
All right, let's dive. So with the you ever see that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this report about Adam Schefter, more about the form. So basically, the Eagles end up losing CJ Gardner Johnson, and they lost him to the Lions. I thought I had another fucking clip to pull up, but I guess it's the wrong one. So, anyways, though, so the Eagles end up losing CJ Gardner, and they lost him to the Lions on an $8 million deal. I wasn't expecting for the Eagles to end up letting him go just because you guys just ended up signing him from the Saints this past offseason. And he was looking for a long-term deal with the Saints, and they end up letting him go. And you guys were supposed to give him this long-term deal, but it's looking like y'all are letting him go also, and the Lions are signing him for an $8 million deal. And the word on the street is basically that they end up offering him a deal, but the market is hot. The market's pretty. They're not about to keep on, trying to negotiate with a player when they feel like they don't need him at the mat. They don't really feel like they need him. So basically, the Eagles offered him a deal. He said no. They didn't want to negotiate, and they let him go. That's pretty much that's what I just heard. I was hearing Ian say.
Man, that is fucking cap, dude. Not just playing. Nah, look. So from what I heard is that I don't know. Well, from when I first seen this situation, I was shocked just because I'm like, damn, I know the Eagles could at least give him 8 million, But I think what CJ is looking for, and I just think he's looking for a multi-year deal. He been looking for that with the Saints. Saints wasn't able to give it to him, so that's why he got traded to the Eagles. Eagles, I'm pretty sure when he came there, and like even when his first couple of weeks in the building, they probably was promising him this, that. We're gonna, try to sign after the season, blah blah blah. Especially if the year goes well. Shit, the year did go well. He was one of the best safeties in all of the NFL. So he was obviously looking for that Jesse Bates money, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he believed that he's better than Jesse Bates. So he's looking for that type of contract, but no other team is offering that. So I don't know. I don't know what made him go to the Lions.
That's my question to you. So you got to see CJ literally play every single game. What's the reason that no teams are looking at trying to extend them for longer than 1 to 2 years, and they're not even trying to open up the bank. They trying to scrape whatever they got left just to give to CJ. When I feel like he's gonna give you productivity.
The only thing I can kind of think of this is like this might be a little, I don't know. So I know he might got a little bit of character issues, just a little bit. I don't think he really had character issues with the Eagles, but for the Saints, I know he was, had a little run-ins here and there. And then also too, the only thing I could see as well is maybe injury. He did get injured for like half of the year, so maybe they think that he's kind of injury prone. That's why he's not worth that much money. I don't know, but I don't know. I think he is. I think he was a perfect addition for the Eagles.
I could see that being the reason. So I'm looking at the Lions roster right now. So if you're looking at their additions this year, they during this little offseason period, the Lions have signed Chauncey Gardner. They signed David Montgomery. They signed Cameron Sutton. They signed Emmanuel Mosley from the 49ers. They signed a guard, Graham Glanzglow. Then they also own the 6th to 8. Yeah. They just signed Chauncey.
No, and then Charlie Garner, whatever. Is that his son? Charlie Garner's son? The running back that played on the Raiders?
Is that?
Oh, nah, I don't think
better than I would.
Damn, that's a good question, actually, but I don't think so, though. I'm going to look more into that. I don't think so, though, because I don't know.
Unless that's his wife name.
No, he just put John. That's the thing. No, he just put Johnson on his name because I follow CJ all the way he was at Florida, and he just put Johnson on his last name when he was in NFL. He was always been CJ Gardner.
That probably could have been his mom, husband or whatever, his new dad or whatever. Say something.
Or that probably just his original dad, Charlie Gardner. I remember that boy Charlie Gardner, number 20.
Yeah, he was a running back for the Raiders.
On me during the Super Bowl.
Well, shit. Then they got but in the Lions, but anyway, they also own the 6th, the 18th, 48, 55 in the draft. So look, they're loading up this offseason. Do y'all see the Lions making it to the playoffs coming up?
So now I can see it, to be honest.
Should I ain't focus on the other team but the Raiders?
Shit. Could the Raiders beat the Lions? Shit. As of right now, I'll take the Lions over the Raiders 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. As of right now, to be truthful, I would take the Lions. If the Lions and the Raiders play today, nigga, I would take the Lions.
They probably got more heart. For me, they got that coach over there.
Yeah, they got that coach, but also too, nigga, they got a quarterback. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jimmy G. I feel like Jared Goff and Jimmy G matchup, that would be a good showdown. That definitely would be a good matchup. I feel like they're pretty similar. They're pretty similar quarterbacks. They're kind of like more system, kind of like type quarterback, kind of play action fake. Kind of like game managing a little bit. Jared Goff, they both got experience playing in the Super Bowl. They lost. Both of them lost Super Bowls. They got that in common. But the Lions has a better team, though. They just signed the running back from the Bears. They have a better defense. Aiden Hutchinson, way better defense than the Raiders right now. They got DBs. So
now we not what should call it? We're not put together yet. We still working on it.
Yeah, not yet. Y'all still under construction.
Man, like a mug, for sure.
Are you Lamar, how do you feel about the Lions? You feel like they'll be able to make the playoffs with that squad that they got now? You see, they were added like 8 players right there, and then they also got some crazy ass draft picks early on.
Most definitely. Honestly, I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I think they gonna win the division.
Oh yeah,
I do. Even though the Bears have I really like what the Bears have done. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they've been getting a lot of great pieces, a lot of great depth pieces, especially on offensive line, trying to protect. You can tell this season. Yeah.
Is it a link for people to watch?
Is it there? Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's on. Well, shit. Not like I just pop up the link right now.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
You should go, Lamar. Ain't it in your bio, bro?
See, I think it is. I think it might be. I think it's in my bio on the ground. It might be because I know usually I'll be just I think or it might just be the page, the YouTube page on there.
A YouTube page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think the Lions can do it though. I think they're gonna win a division. Even though you could tell the Bears is definitely like really trying to build around Justin Fields this season. Last season was kind of like it was kind of iffy because they didn't really have no receivers. But now they got Darnell Mooney coming off injury, gonna be healthy. And you got what's the guy from the Steelers? Chase Claypool, big time receiver, 6'4", about 230, freaking nature. Then they went out and got DJ Moore. So they looking real good on offensive side. Defensive side, they didn't got middle linebackers. They didn't have some young DBs that's returning too. So I think the Lions gonna still win that division though. I feel like it's gonna be out of the Lions and the Bears, but I just feel like the Lions got the edge because they have a better coach and they have a more of an experienced quarterback. Jared Goff is experienced. He played under what's the coach, Sean McVay. So I'm pretty sure he learned a lot from Sean McVay. He brought it over to the Lions. Yeah.
Shit, what's up with everybody?
Huh?
You send a link? Moody, text it to me. The link
all right, hold on.
To spectate.
Okay. Was that there?
What the fuck was I saying? I don't know. We got fucking thrown off. What was fuck? Anyways, I wanted to move on to the next topic anyway though. So let's talk a little bit about Derrick Henry. So the running back market is getting kind of hot right now. He just brought it up. He brought up Ezekiel Elliott. He brought up Devin Singletary. He just left the Bills today. So the running back room is getting a little spicy. They got James Cook with the Buffalo Bills now. Another running back position that just opened up. Derrick Henry's been in the talks a little bit, but they haven't confirmed or declined that. They said that they're going to end up trading Derrick Henry. Remember that was a rumor. We're talking about that like a week or two ago.
Yeah,
it seems like. And since then, it's like all the rumors with Derrick Henry pretty much fell off. But right now, after having Devin Singletary just signed to the Texans now, they just opened up a spot. Now it's going to be a lot of room. And hold on, you ever see that?
Yeah, I see.
So Devin Singletary's departure, it opens up the doors for James Cook's breakout in Buffalo. But the Bills are still likely to add a big back. Damian Harris, Zeke, Fournette, and Nyheim Hines figure out to have a passing down role. So you looked right there. Damian Harris, Zeke, Fournette. Who's the most likely to who's the most likely for them to make a run at?
So they are. So I was gonna say you probably didn't see it yet, but they just signed Damian Harris. I think a few hours ago, or maybe an hour ago.
Did they?
Yeah. Damn, I was just talking to my homie. I was talking to my homie that's a Patriots fan. He was basically telling me how Damian Harris is a bitch. He was like, man, that was an op. He went to the now he literally went to the in division rival. So, but a lot of times when guys do that, they do that shit on purpose. They don't. They know what they're doing. So he probably trying to get back at the Patriots.
I don't know if that's the same thing. We were just talking about when Brown left to the Bengals. You said that's not an op move. Even though they were inside the same division, same conference, and not the same division, but they're rivals. Yeah. They're rivals.
Yeah. And that kinda. It's kind of like the Eagles and the Niners. It's like they rivals, but they not.
I feel like even
They
the Niners got a
more
little bit stronger.
just recently they kind of like did this, so you can't really say that's rivalry because they just started this though. The Bengals just started being good, so it's like
Yeah, that's true. Before this past season or before this past 2-3
before
years, before they got
Burrow,
Jamar Chase, Jamar Chase and Burrow, they
yeah,
pretty much changed the whole program around.
turned the
I
whole
didn't even see
landscape.
that I didn't even see that they end up signing them. What they end up signing them for?
I think it might have been a 1 year deal. I'm not sure about the money though. Probably wasn't nothing crazy. Running backs. They treating running backs crazy.
I mean, they're not ever
You know what
trying
I
to
was
pay
thinking
them.
about? Yeah. I was thinking about that shit earlier today too, how like they give Lamar Jackson his credit for being for kind of like basically they saying like, oh yeah, we thought he was just more so a runner, but we seen that he could throw the ball and make the throws, blah blah blah. But then it's funny because they talk the mess about, it should be illegal to franchise tag running backs. But that's the main position that's been franchise tagged so far, even in the past throughout years. So it's like they treating them like a running back. They franchise tag them. How you gonna franchise tag Lamar Jackson? Like, come on, bro.
I don't even know if he's gonna play right now. They still haven't even been discussing that, and that kind of went under the smoke too. It's felt like since last 2 weeks. Also, it seems like a lot of the stuff that we're expecting to end up happening it's not going. It's not gonna happen. But also with Adam Thielen, we're just talking about him. We're expecting him to go to a squad like the Bills, possibly, or the squad like the Chiefs, a squad like the Packers. Somebody that I would even thought the Packers would have been cool because he would have been able to be maybe the number one wide receiver. You got a young wide receiver or a young quarterback with Jordan Love. He needs a number one guy. You lost Devontae. They just lost their tight end. They don't have Lazard. They're steady losing pieces. Guys are going to start to join Aaron Rodgers as soon as he's traded to the Jets. So I feel like we're going to see it even more. So it would have been good for Adam Thielen to maybe step a role, take that role. But Adam Thielen ended up signing with the Carolina Panthers. So sources, Carolina Panthers are finalizing a 3-year deal with the former Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen. His second act begins in Carolina. So this was crazy. Remember when he first signed with the Vikings, or when he was first on the Vikings, we're kind of discussing. We're like, damn, remember he came out of no school, I think undrafted player. Was he undrafted or was it? Yeah, undrafted.
Yeah, undrafted.
Worked his way up. And now he's over here getting his payday, but I didn't think it was going to be with the Carolina Panthers. I would expect him to be with a contender. And I seen that he said he feels like that the Panthers could possibly be in win now mode when they don't have a quarterback, when they maybe going to probably draft Bryce, CJ Stroud.
Bryce.
None of those quarterbacks are going to be ready in the next 2 to 3 years, or it's going to take some time. He's already 31. I didn't understand the reasoning. I don't even understand why Panthers even went out their way to go sign him.
I mean, it's not that. I mean, of course, like I'm pretty sure he got a lot of offers from different teams, but as a free agent, especially for Adam Thielen, he had the choice to sign with any of the options that he had. I'm pretty sure the Panthers wasn't his only option. But from the comments that I heard was that Adam Thielen basically said that from when he met with the organization, or like from when he could tell by being in the building when he went to go visit the Panthers, that they were ready to win now. That's what he said. He said that he felt like the mood around the mood around the building, the mood around the organization was that they ready to win now. So I thought that was interesting because I'm like, you guys got the number one pick. It's just funny, just kind of even speaking on Lamar Jackson. Huh?
He must be bad with girls if he thinks that was the move. So he must have when he in a room with a girl, he must think like she really feeling him up in there. If he felt like the move was win now when he was in a room with the Panthers. I hate to see him in a room with a female. He must just be misreading the room.
I don't know.
Me and you both know they're not in win now. They traded Christian McCaffrey. They drafted.
I mean, I don't know. It's not to say they're not in win now, because I'm pretty sure every team is at this point is in win now mode. I mean, even if you rebuild it, he's still trying to win. He's still trying to. Yeah, but most teams is trying to win now, though. Majority, I ain't gonna say most teams. I feel like every team is trying to win now, especially right now. Everybody at 0-0. Everybody's got a clean slate, basically. Everybody's signing new quarterbacks, getting new faces in the building, getting new coaches. Yeah, I just feel like everybody is trying to win now as of right now. But so far as my bad. We was talking about who was he talking about? We was talking about. Yeah, my bad. So yeah, Thielen. So I feel like Thielen only went to the Panthers for one, like you mentioned. He could have been. He's the number one target. I'm pretty sure because they gave away DJ Moore. So Thielen looks like he's gonna be number one target. Only thing about the win now thing that's very interesting, and I have two sides to this. So the reason why I say I'm not sure if they ready to win now is because you got a rookie quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks usually don't do really well like they first maybe year or two. Like as a team though, maybe individually, but as a team, they usually don't make the playoffs first year. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Um, but hey, man, Bryce Young, you never know, man. Like shit, history can be made. You never know. Like maybe they can get to the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback. You never know, or a second year quarterback. And it seemed like that's what the NFL is kind of like gearing towards because you see that they not wanting to pay franchise quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and like these guys that's been around for 5 to 6 years. They're not trying to pay these guys 300 million, 200 million. This is what these guys are asking for now. This is like the new asking price for the quarterbacks. Like we all know quarterbacks are the most paid athletes in the NFL or most paid position in the NFL. But it seemed like now since Pat Mahomes got that $300 or whatever money he got, it seemed like now that shit just broke the bank for every quarterback to ask for 200 plus. So I feel like now that might be what the NFL is gearing towards is like trying to win now with rookies. They might be trying to even like you said, Caleb Williams, guys that you can evaluate in college and kind of see that okay, they might be ready to come in here right away and win now because these guys on rookie contracts. You ain't got to pay these guys 200 plus million before you win a Super Bowl.
Shit, but I seen the Panthers general manager. He was actually he answered some questions today, and they asked him about Lamar Jackson. They asked him if that was basically an option. He was like, "Yeah, but that's a too expensive option." So I'm like, "Damn!" So MVP quarterback is too expensive. That's why I'm starting to think like I feel like the NFL is pretty much teaming together and making Lamar sign this contract because they don't want to start just giving away $200 million guaranteed contracts. If I feel like if he wouldn't want that full guaranteed, then they would have everyone would have been inside the conversation. But since he wants to be paid, no one wants to be in it all of a sudden. But when he was just winning MVPs and shit, and he was a top runners every year, then they were full of board. So I don't understand the sudden pullout in the last 3 months.
I don't understand it either.
We're gonna see what Lamar Jackson. I see him probably getting paid. I don't see him in the playing or playing under that tag. Same thing with Josh Jacobs. Neither one of them is gonna pay under that. You're gonna start seeing that all the time. A lot of these players are not gonna want to do it. But we have Brandon Cooks. So the Houston Texans they end up trading Brandon Cooks to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys got their number one wide receiver, pop with number two because you're gonna have Lamb. And Houston receives a 5th round in 2023, a 6th round in 2024, and Dallas receives Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks could possibly be a number one wide receiver on a couple teams. He was a number one wide receiver with the Texans. How we looking at it? Now they got enough speed to really break loose. You got CeeDee Lamb is going to be your number one target, but then you're going to have Cooks is on the other side. At first they had Amari Cooper in him, so it's a different little lineup, but it's very similar. Now, how you feeling about Cooks? He's found a home. I think he's got himself a quarterback, and he got some stability.
No, yeah, Brandon Cooks has been one of the more consistent wide receivers in the NFL since he's been drafted out of Oregon State. He has speed to burn. I'm pretty sure that speed really didn't go nowhere. I feel like he's pretty much been healthy as well throughout his career. But this was obviously a big pickup for the Cowboys. They've been looking for a receiver. There was rumors saying they might go get a receiver in the draft. But now they might can wait on that. They might can just draft a receiver maybe later on. They don't have to take a receiver so early. But I think Brandon Cooks is going to come in, definitely going to compete for a number 2 spot. I definitely feel like CeeDee Lamb got that number 1 spot sold up on the Cowboys. But it depends on Michael Gallup as well. You can't just sleep on Michael Gallup. He's a pretty good player, pretty good receiver. He definitely was paid a good amount of money to come in and be that number 2 receiver. He just couldn't really stay on the field health wise. But I feel like when Gallup come back healthy and then you can bring in Cooks, I feel like Cooks can definitely compete for either number 2 or he'd be fine at number 3. Because a lot of time Dallas been throwing the ball a lot over the past couple of years too. So they might run more 3 receiver set.
So hasn't that been pretty much Gallup's issue though since he's entered the league? Is pretty much just his health. I feel like that's the only question. We all know he can ball. I don't know how many opportunities they're gonna keep giving him though. He's hurt. It feel like every year he's missing a couple games.
Right, yeah, we all know he can ball. We all know he can catch. But like you said, it's health, right? He just got to stay healthy. Yeah, he's got to play all 16 games, all 17, all 8,
But
17, 18 games
I'm not
plus
even asking
playoffs.
for that. Just give me 14 to 15, or 13,
Yeah,
13 to 15 games. That's all I'm asking for, because you're missing a lot more than that pretty much every season. But Brandon Cooks, I feel like that's where they give him the stability. He's always healthy. He's always willing to play. He's always productive. You don't forget that he's on the field. You don't be like, damn, is Brandon Cooks? Where Brandon Cooks at? No, Brandon Cooks is making plays. You literally like
like
double Brandon Cook. If anything, he was having a better year than CD Lamb. And that was with the Texans. So, or not this year, because he sat out because he didn't want to. Of course, he didn't want. He wanted to be traded, and they weren't willing to trade him, which I find kind of
yeah,
funny. Is y'all made him waste basically a whole season of football when he wanted to be traded, and then y'all trade him like a month or two later once the season's over, and so y'all send him to the Cowboys, which I'm not mad at. At least they
instant
sent him
rival.
to a good squad. They sent him to a good
Yeah,
squad, and he was able to stay pretty much home. He didn't have to, go move all crazy. He's still in
true.
the city or the Texas state of Texas. So
Oh, so
that's
he's
pretty.
home in Stockton, but that's close enough.
She said it was almost Stockton. Yeah, somewhat. How you feel like the Cowboys gonna do with them though? You feel like they're about to break it loose, or you feel like how do you feel like that as what do you feel like that adds to the Cowboys that they didn't already have?
I think at speed. Even though CD Lamb is pretty fast, but I feel like they got more speed just at receiver. They got
Yeah.
guys that can actually stretch the field. Dak arm is pretty. You got a pretty big arm. You can throw the ball a long way. So I feel like they just brought another guy in that can really speak and burn, and he can run those speedy out routes or those like a drag route or ball over the top. Especially just blowing the top off the defense, sending him on streaks and stuff like that. He definitely can do that. And he got great hands. He's shown that. He's been, like I said, he's been one of the more consistent wide receivers in all of NFL. So
But
this is a great pickup.
I feel like even in the screen game, you already got Tony you could throw it out to, and you already love the screen game. Now you got a speedy wide receiver that could do pretty much what like a guy like Deebo Samuels could do. If you really want to, he has the speed. You throw it back to him, little wide receiver pitch, wide receiver screen, and let him go break loose, let him be creative. And then, but last, I want to talk about Cam Newton. So as we've been talking about Cam Newton, we didn't know if his career was over with. He's only 33 years old. We still know he can play football, but it seems like every time he gets his opportunity, things start to go left. I don't know if it's injuries or if it's like teams not believing in him. The last squad I want to say he was with was what? Was it the Patriots was the last squad I think he was actually able to suit up with? And then I think, oh no, the Panthers ended up signing him also as well.
Yeah, he went back to the Pats for like a couple of games.
So right, he went back to the Panthers, and I was like, okay, maybe that's a rebirth of Cam Newton, but it didn't last long. I want to say last like a couple games. So Cam Newton's back up in the mix. He's still looking for his opportunity, and I want to say that he's able. I think he's throwing at the Auburn game, at Auburn's Pro Day.
Auburn, yeah, Auburn Pro Day.
Tell me how these randoms keep getting jobs. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you. I can't wait to show you. I love it. I love it. I'm seeing a lot of people trolling the idea, and it's official. I will be throwing at Auburn's Pro Day Tuesday. 118! 180! Ain't 32 better than me, you did.
So he's
Ain't
still up on that
32 better than me.
He's still up on that energy. Cam Newton is still feeling like no other teams or no other quarterbacks are better than him, or he doesn't feel like there's 32 quarterbacks better than him. I'm not gonna debate with him. He's played in the NFL. He probably know a little bit more than me. But in my personal opinion, tell me your opinion first. How do you feel like Cam Newton? Do you feel like there's 32 quarterbacks better than Cam Newton? Do you feel like he deserves a spot up in the league, starting, backup? How are you feeling?
I definitely feel like he deserves to have a spot in the NFL, but not to start. Right now, I feel like I can see him as a backup for somebody, maybe a contender. I don't even have to be a contender, just for maybe the right system, maybe a team that can maybe run, use his assets to perfection. Someone like maybe I want to say the Colts because they run I'm pretty sure they're gonna run some similar like the Eagles offense. Maybe he can go back to the Patriots and back up Mac Jones. But wherever he goes, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like that. He's gonna be like that teacher product. Yeah, I mean, I kind of doubt it. He's gonna go back to England, but you know they do have a new offensive coordinator and stuff like that. So I'm saying like maybe if they want him, yeah, you can see he probably sign the Texans too.
And get a starting job.
You gotta compete for it.
He's gonna at least be able to be like a bridge quarterback for probably CJ Stroud. But when he says he's still preaching that there's still not 32 quarterbacks better than him. Is there 32 quarterbacks better than him? Is there? The worst quarterback in the NFL, your bottom tier is probably like Jimmy Garoppolo's.
That's funny. That's what I was trying to think. Who would be the worst? Like
Brock Purdy's not even the starting quarterback, and he's probably better than Cam Newton right now. So that's 33. Or that's 30. Yeah, that's 33 quarterbacks right there, just off the top.
33. That's true. Damn. I'm gonna throw him in there, but if I throw Cam Newton in there, he's high. He's super high. I would say maybe like 29 or 30 on that list. In my opinion, that's what I would say. What would you say?
I don't know. I don't think I could put him in my top 32s. I've seen him get opportunity after opportunity, and it's like his missed throws are bad. It's like they're real low throws, and he doesn't have the athleticism to keep him going like he used to. So I don't know, but I feel like he does deserve a chance to be inside the league. I think he should be a backup for his squad. I feel like his time was rushed out of the league, and I don't know who's going to give him a chance, but I feel like somebody deserves to give him a chance this year. And like you said, everybody needs a backup quarterback. Your quarterback can go down at any time, so why not even the Eagles? Maybe the Eagles could even sign Cam Newton, because if Mariota goes down, you might need Cam.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but we already got Marcus. If anything, we're gonna sign like a very young quarterback, we probably get a quarterback maybe late in the draft, but we ain't getting we're not gonna sign another free agent quarterback. We already got Marcus. Marcus is a perfect addition for us.
Look, we already had Jimmy, we already had Trey, we already had Brock. It's just certain things happen, you know. You might drop down to that fourth quarterback. I know the Eagles' luck has been a little bit better, but still.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of rare though, just because I feel like specifically our quarterback Jalen Hurts, he's just physically imposing. Like he's not gonna get hurt that easy.
Why not?
I mean, of course, when you get dropped to your shoulder.
Maybe the Ravens, maybe the Browns want to sign him. Maybe I feel like the Browns should end up picking him up because they just lost. What's his name? They just lost the backup quarterback.
Greedy.
The Colts. What was it?
Stephon Gilmore.
Nah, that played for the quarterback for the Browns. Filled in for Deshaun Watson.
Jacoby Brissett.
They just lost Jacoby Brissett in free agency, so why not bring in Cam Newton? He played just like Deshaun Watson, similar play styles. He probably could do the same thing that Jacoby. He'll probably be a better substitute for Deshaun Watson than Jacoby was for Deshaun, just because they play a more similar play style. He's able to run the ball a little bit. I could see it happening. Why not? Why not to the Browns?
I can see it to the Browns. I see that.
You know, and they known for giving quarterbacks second chances, so why not? Nah, but we're gonna see what the Browns end up doing. They might even, I don't know, they might make a trade, or they might do something. I haven't heard no splashes from the Browns this offseason, so why not?
I feel like they just been, yeah. I mean, they ain't really been doing too much. They've been signing like little key pieces and depth pieces, like, you know, a linebacker, maybe offensive line, stuff like that. But I ain't seen too crazy.
They might even. I would have been. I don't know why the Browns didn't look into getting Al-Shir.
I know, bro. I think he went to the Titans, huh?
Yeah, that was such a waste of. That was such a waste of talent. He only signed for 1 year though, so that's the good part about it. He's only like 23, 24. He's a dog. He's gonna get paid. I think he's on a little prove a year deal, but I feel like the Niners could have gave him that little $5 million, but he wouldn't have been able to be the number one guy. He still would have been pushing it, you know, trying to earn his money and earn his name. It would have been even more difficult because now you're still the third guy behind Greenlaw and Fred Warner.
That's basically it's a little different because it's defense, but that's how I was feeling too. I'm like, bro, I need the niggas to be the first guy, not the third guy.
Hey, we're gonna see though. The Titans in full rebuild, but shit, we probably gonna end it right here.
Yeah. But would you consider them to be in full rebuild even if they don't trade Derrick? I mean, okay, I could if they trade Derrick, then yeah, you can obviously say they're in full rebuild. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Derrick,
would you consider? Yeah.
Nah, until they trade Derrick, I can't say they're in rebuild mode. But that's why remember it was the discussion. I could say they're in rebuild, but yeah, till you get rid of the running back, because that's the motor of the team. And not too many teams run through the running back. So we'll see. I don't know how that's gonna play out. I can see him being traded sometime this week though, for sure. I feel like it's gonna start picking up out of nowhere. You see how it's been so dead? Watch, it's gonna be like, tight trade rumors between other teams are picking up. Multiple teams are looking to acquire Derrick Henry, and then just like that, this happened overnight. You know, these two teams that just started discussing this trade is going through. That's exactly how it's gonna happen. But we'll see how it plays out. Shit, we're gonna end it right here though. Y'all let it be known. When and where do y'all think Derrick Henry's going? I'm thinking if he's being traded, the Cowboys were a possibility at first, kind of somewhat, not at all no more. And then there's gonna be, I don't know. I can see the Bills doing it the most likely. Oh, and no, because they just signed a running back today.
Yeah, I can see
maybe the Chiefs. Maybe the Chiefs.
Nah. I was gonna say maybe. Or if I had to just throw one team out there, I would say. The Rams? Nah. I don't know, bro. Maybe the Rams. Yeah, fuck it. The Rams? Nah, they don't got the money though.
No, nah. And they don't even have the personnel to even go do something.
Okay, my bad. I would say the Chargers. Just because they lost Austin Eckler, and I feel like Eckler is a touchdown machine. That's somebody that you obviously will want to, keep, but they couldn't keep him because he wanted a bigger and long term deal. So you got a quarterback who still had 2 years left on his rookie contract. So I would probably sign Derrick Henry to the Raiders. I mean, I said Chargers, because the Chargers at least they would have at least 2 years with the Chargers at least have 2 years with the what's the quarterback Justin Herbert, and then they have Derrick Henry in the backfield.
Hey, I'm with that though. We're gonna see how that plays out. Let it be known. Where do y'all think Derrick Henry's going? Me and Lamar both saying the Chargers. We're gonna see how that play out.
Chargers gone. Shout out to Take.